Hello and welcome to um, your High Vibe Tribe interview with Priscilla Gendron. We are wearing our mask because we are going to be talking about our new workshop coming up called The Truth Behind Your Mask. And this is my sleeping mask. There we go. We are having so much fun. So Priscilla is a psychic medium, and she will be talking about, are we asleep behind our masks? Which is kind of funny because, I make masks, and I do it out of the purpose of eliminating fear, not because I believe in wearing a mask right now or that it helps or anything like that. But if fear creates more illness than the actual illness itself, then there's a lot of people I know that won't leave. They're so afraid to even breathe without their mask on. So I have switched to
an appropriate topic.
Sleeping masks. Sleeping masks.
The multi-purpose mask, which is appropriate.
Yeah. I know. That was because I was trying it on because I could, wear it like however.
Yes. But if you think about that, you're doing them as a multi-purpose mask, and it is for the mouth, but also for the eyes. So what don't you want to speak and what don't you want to see? So it's quite appropriate. And one of the topic that I'm going to be talking about is about, are we actually behind our, asleep behind our masks? Because we wear these masks in the world and we put this facade up to people, whether it's to family members or to the people out, in the world. And are we really just walking around like a pair of zombies, asleep behind our own masks? Because we become like robots. You punch in and punch out and you do everything. You go and fill up your car, you go to the supermarket, you push your little trolley, and you do all these things in automatic process.
Yeah.
And so the mask is also, it's automated because you just slip it on.
Yes.
That's it. And you step out into the world.
Yeah.
And it becomes automatic. So you can do it in your sleep. So you can wear your mask in your sleep.
Literally. Yeah.
Literally. You can wear your mask in your sleep. And so this is why we are, what it is that we're actually hiding from. What is it about ourselves that we don't want the world to see? And as we pull back the layers, we reveal more and more of what we're holding back from ourselves, especially, because we hide it from ourselves as well, because we also don't want to face all these parts about ourselves. So we hide it from ourselves as well as from the outside world. So we just keep on putting layer after layer after layer of masks on us. And that allows us to have the anonymity of being perfect, of what the world wants us to be, the cookie cutter, masks that is mass produced for Halloween,
Yes.
Because aren't all Halloween costumes, like 80% are the same things,
Yes.
A witch or a goblin or one of those scary Freddy Krueger masks, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just copy and paste. And so we just fall into that trap of completely just embracing all of that and just taking it on as our own.
Mm-hmm.
So it's easier to hide behind the mask than it is to actually reveal who we are and to stand out and be accountable.
Yeah.
And I noticed a lot of people have been removing their masks and standing in their truth.
Yeah.
Especially now, since, everything's happened and the world has fallen apart in 2020. A lot of people have said no and have removed their masks. And they've finally woken up to this deep slumber.
Yes.
And it's quite startling, like, oh my goodness, the light is bright, it's been a while.
Yeah.
It's like the fairy tale of, it's kind of like almost the fairy tale of Sleeping Beauty.
Yes.
You know, she was awakened by the kiss, and of course, this is the kiss.
Uh-huh.
Hello. And so it allowed her to then like wake up to this world where she's, you know, so that is about us as well, about removing our masks. It's about us revealing who we truly are as human beings, as spiritual beings. And there is this spiritual revolution that's happening now, and it's allowing us to really embrace the full extent of who we are as people. And I think that's what's important, is that we're finally able to say, I don't have to hide behind anything anymore.
Yeah, I can stand
Truly
in my power,
who I am.
my truth. Yeah.
Yes. I can finally be who I am, you know?
Yeah.
Here I am, warts and all, you know, without my mask.
Yeah.
It's about tossing the mask away, you know what I mean? It's about throwing the mask away and saying, this is who I am, you know, whether you got your lippy on or not, or you've got your eyeshadow on or not, or your mascara, that's it. You're just saying, this is me.
Yeah.
Embracing your truth.
You know, what's interesting is talking about the taking off the mask. I have a friend that has decided that she's not going to go into the store anymore with one on.
Yeah.
And she has discovered a lot of things, which I think is why. So, you know, with this whole zombie thing and being asleep, it's also kind of about don't upset the apple cart.
Very much so.
There's no protocol for those that do upset the apple cart and stand in their truth and be like, I'm not doing this. They don't know what to do with people that do that.
No, they don't.
Yeah, and so she's like, you know, she'll walk into the store and they'll be like, you know, where's your mask? And she goes, I don't have one. And they're like, well, here's one. And she goes, no, thank you, I can't wear one. And she said the suspicion in their eyes, like they're behind their mask. And she goes, all of a sudden their eyes go squinty and they're like looking at her. And she goes, you know, I can tell they're thinking, you don't look sick and you should have a mask on. So it's interesting with all the zombie stuff. And then when you wake up, it's like that they really don't know what to do.
No, they don't. And it's difficult because we're going through this evolution in our world at the moment. And I feel as if we definitely need to be awake, be alert, be aware of everything that's going on, because the world is changing.
Yeah.
It's never going to ever be what it was at the beginning of 2020.
No.
And it should never be that, because there has been this huge awakening, you know, not just in people's eyes being opened and their masks literally being ripped off.
Yeah.
But it's about the evolution of man. It's like you have to become aware of what's really going on in the world and open your eyes to it and stand up for who you are and what you want from your life. And I think that by removing your mask, you can finally say the things that you want to say, because a lot of the time you feel like you are prevented from saying things that you want to say, to yourself as well as to everybody else.
Yes.
You do. You mute yourself. You censor yourself because you don't want to offend anybody.
Yeah.
You can't even post things on social media without it being censored or deemed inappropriate or deemed, you know, a threat or whatever it is. But, you know, and it's important that we as human beings, and that's the entire planet, whether we're from the States or from South Africa or from the UK or from China or wherever we're from, even from Peru, it doesn't matter where you're from, as long as you are able to have your voice and use it in the right way.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's important. Take your mask off and stop following like little sheep in this world.
Yes.
So not easy.
It's not easy, and it is freedom you actually feel by stepping into your power and doing the not easy thing is undescribable.
Yeah, it's far more liberating than we give ourselves credit for, because we just think, oh, we're not going to do this and it's going to be very hard and difficult. But it's actually very liberating and freeing in a sense, because you know what? We've been holding our breath. We've been holding ourselves back. And it takes a lot more strength and energy to hold ourselves back than to actually just go, that's it. I'm going to just be me.
Yeah.
I did that many years ago, and it's not easy. It's not an easy task to do that and stand up for who you are and take that mask off. Being a psychic medium, comes with its ups and downs, and it's not an easy thing. Not everybody agrees with your gift or abilities and thinks you're a charlatan or you poo-poo the idea. And it's difficult. And I remember an incident of, I would always say to people, they'd say to me, so what do you do for a living? And I always say, oh, I'm a counselor, and I help people, I counsel people, and it was my mask. So my mask was a counselor. So here I am, I'm the counselor. Everybody trusts a counselor,
Yeah.
I do spiritual counseling. I help people with their problems. I can tell you your problem before you even know you had one, but I can help you with your problems. And I remember going to check out a creche for my son. And the principal of the creche said to me, oh, so what do you do for a living? And I was about to say counselor, and something just grew up inside me. I ripped off the mask and I said, I'm actually a psychic medium. She goes, oh, really? I love psychic mediums. And I thought, okay, mask's never going back on.
Yeah.
It can't go back on. And you know what? It is about, if people don't like what you have to say or who you are without your mask on, then they don't need to be in your life.
Yeah. Yep.
Because then their journey is different to yours. We all have the right to remove our masks and to live with what's underneath it. Nobody else has to. That's the truth of it, is that nobody else has to live with what's underneath your mask. Only you do. Only you have you're the only person that has your thoughts. You're the only one that thinks your thoughts and feels your feelings. Nobody thinks and feels them for you.
Right.
So whatever is beneath the mask is yours exclusively. And you can do whatever you want with it. You can choose to hide it behind the mask for the rest of your life, if that's what you want. Or you can choose to rip off the mask and say, this is me.
I did that a few years back when I was really taking off with my coaching business. And for lack of better description, I eliminated probably 90% of what I thought was my friends.
Yeah.
And it was hard. I mean, it was not an easy thing to do. But that opened up so much more space for new possibilities and new friendships and genuine kindness and caring to actually show up. Whereas there was like no space for it before.
No, there wasn't.
Yeah.
And I think that once you start to step into your truth of who you are and you remove all the layers and all the masks, then there's nowhere to hide.
Yeah.
And there is no need to hide. Okay.
Right.
So that's important. There's no more need to hide.
Exactly.
But you could change your script as well. You change your script of who you are, what you say, how you say it, to whom you say it, and in what way you say it to them.
Yes.
So it's like a movie rewrite.
Yes. Rewriting your script when you take off your mask. So for more amazing magic, please click the link below this video. And because if we don't end it, we're going to give away all our secrets.
Yes. We're letting all the cats out of the bag and all the masks out of the bag.
So join us in the link below, and we will see you in the workshop. Mwah!